Hello everyone, welcome to Business Standard. We are at the Bharat Mobility Expo 2025 edition and at the Tata Motors Pavilion, which has an expansive display. And the man with us is Vivek Srivatsa. Hello sir, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Chief Commercial Officer, Tata Motors Electric Vehicle Division, and he's going to give us an overview of what we can expect from Tata Motors, especially on the electric mobility front. So Vivek, how are you feeling with
Very
this
good.
expansive lineup here?
Very excited, I would say. We are ticking all the right boxes, I would say, in terms of consumer expectations. The response have been fantastic so far, both in person and social media. So we are very happy.
Yeah, and it looks like people are just all around the products checking about. But since we are near the Tata Harrier EV, the upcoming EV from Tata Motors, let's talk a bit about this model. A very versatile model in terms of nature, especially compared to other lineup like the Sierra EV, which is also coming. But in terms of volumes, what are you expecting the Tata Harrier EV to perform? And especially when we talk about EVs, range has always been a major concern. But Harrier EV, people will target intercity commute. So how are you planning to cater to that?
So firstly, this is a model where, in Tata Motors, we have started publishing something called the C75, which is the real world range. It is not the ARAI certified range, which is, I would say, still little optimistic. So C75, this we expect, which is real world, what customers will get is in excess of 500 kilometers. So one charge can get a customer comfortably more than 500 kilometers. So that opens out a different level of possibilities in an EV. So when you ask what we are looking forward to Harrier, this is a product which is focused on the one car household, where they have one car but they want to use it for everything. It is an ideal car. You can drive daily to the office. It's the same car, you can go intercity, you can do off-roading. So we are very excited with the possibilities that this opens out.
Okay, and especially when we look at the Nexon EV, now it has been the best-selling EV for a long time, of course, and even in terms of performance, it's been quite at par, with the kind of standards that Nexon has already set. In terms of pricing and positioning, how will Tata EV be positioned, compared to the ICE variant?
I would not go into pricing immediately. First of all, yes, the brand name is the same, the look is the same, but architecture is different. This is on the Active Plus. The kind of technologies, I don't know if you were there in the launch yesterday, you saw that it drove out by itself. So the amount of tech in it is at a different level, which is required. When I said that it's going to be one car in the household, we have to give everything into it. I would not comment on the price, but at the same time, we want to make it, aspirational and affordable as well. So we'll keep that in mind. Yeah.
And since it drove out by itself, obviously it must be having the level 4 autonomous capabilities. Not in India, obviously, since the regulation don't allow us. But yeah, in terms of safety aspect, EV, it has been a concern regarding the battery pack, the stringent, especially with the sales and the prices coming down. So a bit of uncertainty there has been in the mind of consumers. So how do you want to clear that out?
So that is exactly, last year there was a bit of uncertainty. Customers had anticipation of a lot of new models coming out. There's anticipation of prices going down. But I think now it is all settled. Most manufacturers have already launched their cars, launched their prices, exposed their specs as well. And we also have done it. And I think consumers will realize that prices have already established a level of stability. There's no more fluctuation. I think this year consumers will really gain confidence in the category. Because you have so many mainstream buyers now with mainstream manufacturers with EVs in the market, So I predict that this year will be a huge growth year for EVs.
Okay, and moving to the Sierra now, this is the ICE concept on display, but we'll have an EV as well. Now, given the outdoorsy nature of the Sierra, both the model and the brand itself, how do you plan to cater it and position the Sierra? Like, will it be more of a lifestyle product or more of hardcore SUV oriented model with 4x4 capabilities? So what's the plan?
I think both. It is on the EV side, we'll give a all-wheel drive with this. It will be very capable in terms of off-roading and all that. But it will remain a lifestyle vehicle, because it is more of a statement, I'm not driving a normal car, but I drive a Sierra is the concept, because I am outdoorsy, because I'm a person who wants a dual life. I'm a busy executive, but I also enjoy my life in the weekends. That's the lifestyle that we want to cue. So Sierra will remain a lifestyle SUV for us.
And in terms of range, what we can expect from the Sierra, because again, this is a model people will actually prefer taking outdoor to commute long distances.
Yeah. So we still am not in a situation to announce the range, but it'll be probably much better than Curve, slightly lower than the Harrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then another interesting concept we have at display here is the Avinya X. Now, previously we know that there are multiple body styles being planned on the same concept and multiple segments. So, what's the plan there, and what are you targeting with the Avinya?
See, firstly, Avinya as a brand, it's a brand which is focused on what the future of EVs and future of tech is going to look like. If you look at how consumer electronics has progressed, there was a time where consumer electronics were in your face, with those big screens, lights, etc. And technology had to be visible. But now it has progressed, right? Phones is just a black slab, but there's so much of text which is invisible and acts in the background. So that is the future of Avinya, future we look at. So Avinya will work with tech in the background, delivering consumer convenience in the foreground, And the concept of the brand is, how do we convert commute into a rejuvenation? Today, across the world and definitely in India, traveling has become the most stressful thing for consumers. So can we convert traveling to be the most relaxing thing? Avinya will deliver wellness, rejuvenation for consumer when they travel, and all the tech will be packaged in the background, but consumer will get only the benefits of the tech. That's why it's understated luxury, but we hope to make every ride much more enjoyable, much more relaxing for consumer.
Yeah, and it is around 4.9 meters long in length. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's slightly longer than the Harrier EV. So just for a clarity to our viewers, what will be the positioning? Like, will it be positioned above the Harrier?
See, Avinya has an independent, I would say, line of products. We shouldn't, that's why it's got a separate display. We should not mix it up with the Tata or Tata Motors or Tata.EV lineup, is the response I will give right now. Yeah.
Okay, and moving to since there are so many launches planned, and obviously you are expecting much bigger volumes going forward. And Shailesh yesterday shared with us that on the industry front, he is looking forward to around 15% to 20% share of EVs by 2030. That's for the industry. What's Tata's target in terms of share in its lineup?
I think in excess of 25, close to 30% is what we look at by 2030. We have the widest range of lineup. We are opening out new use cases, much longer ranges. The charging infrastructure is moving into faster and faster chargers. Today, in probably 1 year from now, consumers can get 200-kilometer range in a 15-minute charge. By the time you have a coffee, you have 200 kilometers range. So I think anything lesser than 30% within our portfolio will not be okay.
Okay. And moving to the existing EVs, the Nexon EV has been there. It's been the best-selling model for a long time, but slightly with the competition coming, you are again facing positive challenges, if we can put it that way. So how do you plan to add more value to the brand to keep up with the sales, and also in the segment, like do you want to introduce other let's say variants, models as well?
So we are very happy that there's competition coming in, to be honest. For the last 3-4 years, we have been the only manufacturer who is talking about why EVs are important, both for consumers, for the environment, and for our own government, because how long will we be buying fuel from, importing fuel? In every way, it is a win-win. But since we were the only manufacturer talking about it, probably not enough consumers were coming to, consider EVs. But today you see, every manufacturer, this Auto Expo has actually launched an EV. There were hardly any ICE launches, probably we are the only ICE launch.
That's the biggest lineup here.
Yeah. So I think consumers will suddenly realize, okay, EV as a tech is here to stay. It is the tech of the future. And I really believe that this year there will be more consumers getting into the EV playground. So we are happy because suddenly the market is going to increase. Everybody is going to increase the market rather than just us, and we will continue to have the largest share in the market because we have the biggest range. We have the most consumers, 2 lakh consumers already driving Tata.EVs, more than 5 billion kilometers driven, more than 8,000 customers have done more than 1 lakh kilometers on Tata EVs, each. So the kind of trust on the product is very high. So we hope to continue our domination when the market is growing. Yeah.
And just on a curious note, since you obviously look forward to continue the domination, how well prepared are you on the production side? In terms of capacity, utilization, response from your suppliers?
Yeah, we can manage. Ramp up is not a problem at all. We are well prepared for that.
And all under the same umbrella, like under a single plant, or any other further expansion plans?
Plant, you mean? I mean, no. Right now, we've already announced. We took over a plant in Sanand. We've starting work on a new plant in Chennai. So I think it's all already disclosed. Yeah.
And on the dealer front, especially for EVs, we have also seen other OEMs coming up with specific dealerships dedicated to EVs brand, like MG just announced the Select brand. So any sort of
no, we were the first to do that. You're not aware probably, but Tata.EV, we started exclusive outlet for EVs. We have 6 exclusive outlets across the country, 2 in Gurgaon, you must go and see, and 4 in Kerala, and we'll expand to other markets as well.
Any particular number that you'd like to put out just dedicated to EV brand?
I mean, we'll have quite a few, I don't want to put a number, but we'll expand very fast. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Vivek. That's from my side. Anything else that you'd like to add for our customers?
Nothing else more, Please come and have a look at our cars.
Definitely.
Not only electric, we also have multiple options on the CNG side. We have upgraded the Tiago now. You can see Tiago suddenly got a very, very different vibe about it. Lot of technology, young tech, I would say, and CNG also added to that. So that's about it. Yeah.
Give much of alternative fuel
Fuel,
options coming.
yeah.
Thanks a lot, Vivek. Thank you for
My
speaking
pleasure.
with us again, and
My
looking forward to see you again.
My pleasure.